Magesh.
Yeah, hi Shiva. You created AWS account?
Yeah, I created account, Magesh.
Yeah, fine. See, we start up with the first thing, IAM. Okay. Before going that with the IAM, we need to know
Mm-hmm.
about the root accounts. What are the do's and what are the don'ts? Okay. Because
What is the root?
root
Root and
account, root account.
root. Okay, okay.
Because you create whatever the account that you created, right? AWS account that doesn't have any restrictions. Okay. So what are the things that because as an architect, the company, a newly startup company or a new company may approach you and you need to start from the scratch how to handle the credentials of an account. So in the
Right.
first thing, uh, this is the account which is given to you when you create a AWS account. That is along with your email ID and password. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this doesn't have any sort of restrictions. You can't implement any policies on root account. Even if you want to implement, you can't implement. So what thing you need to do is that's what you can't implement any permissions on root account. So what Amazon says is you should not use the root account for any other purpose except for billing. Only for billing related information. Means if you want to talk to customer care regarding bills, okay, that is the only utilization you should use from that root account.
Because we cannot do anything with the permissions in root account, right?
You can't restrict the root account.
Okay.
See,
So if you want anything customized, we can't do from the root account.
no customization will be available for root account.
Okay, okay.
And when I should use is every of my account fails. Means my administrator accounts fail or they are not able to log in. Okay. In that case,
Okay.
this is the last point of restoring the things because under a root account you created an administrator account. Okay. For that administrator
Mm-hmm.
account, you enabled multi-factor authentication. Means
Mm-hmm.
along with your username and password, you have set up some device. You lost that device. Okay. So again, then you need to log in into your root account and reset the administrator. So
Okay.
only for these kind of emergencies, in case of some disaster only, you should use the root account. In the rest of cases, it is
Okay.
suggested to not use because currently people are using it. Okay, but in future when it grows into high, it is not suggested to use.
Mm-hmm.
If your root account compromised, what you can do? Okay, because if your root account got compromised means everything is gone, nothing is left over in your
Okay.
environment. It's not that okay, one server is compromised, okay, we will restore it everything because you I did not tell you this point, I don't remember. See, the termination policy means the deletion policy of Amazon is that if you delete something, any service,
Mm-hmm.
it will be deleted immediately and you can't recover it back.
Oh,
If you want to recover, you should have the backup. Amazon will not take the auto backups.
Magesh.
Yes.
I have a little noise from your background.
That is a fan
So
noise.
is it my voice is clear?
Voice is clear?
So my voice is clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's okay. Now it's fine.
Okay. Means when I'm talking, my mic is moving.
Oh, okay. Something like fan sound, something like that. Some windy sound from the back behind.
Now it's
Now it's now it's fine.
okay. And the see.
once if your AWS root account is compromised means every service that you are running is compromised. I don't require a username password for your services to enter. Everything will be compromised.
I mean, compromise means what is the sense of the mean?
Compromise means you can delete the services. Once if I have a username and password, I'm a malicious guy, I can easily delete your services. Means it is a very disaster
Okay.
for your company.
Okay. So it's a little kind of drawback, or what? How can we take this
Means
as a?
you are
We
not
should not share this.
you are at any cost you are not supposed to take chances on your root account. Say for example,
Mhm.
on a user account you got compromised. Okay, whatever the
Right.
servers
But most of the companies they won't reveal their root account
yeah,
details.
means
Mm-hmm.
because what is happening is in a small scale industries they are directly using the root account. They are not using the IAMs.
Mm-hmm.
If the user account is compromised, only one or two servers will be compromised. They can terminate only
Okay.
one or two, but your root account is compromised, everything I can delete. And it
Got
may
it.
cause a financial loss to your company because if I get the credentials, I'll initiate all the big machines because
Mm-hmm.
Amazon will not, at the end of the day, they will not listen to you that your root account got compromised until unless you take all your security measures. Say for example, you enable multi-factor authentication and some robbery happened in your office, uh, police, everything goes good, then only Amazon will listen to you or else pay the bill.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So root account is like your credit card number, never reveal with anyone.
Okay.
And one thing, no, and you can't afford of sharing a root account to any user because there will be no accountability in the sense. Say for example, I gave you a username. Okay, whatever you are doing, I'll be having a log.
Right.
But if I give you a root account, I gave root account to two people. I don't know who has initiated what at what time.
Right.
No accountability will be there. And you don't use any shared rooms. In the sense, multiple users logging into the account.
Mm-hmm.
Three people. Say for example, now if I give my root account to you, okay, you will start working and I will start working. I don't know what is going on, who is doing what.
Right. Got it.
And one more thing is, it is a difficult to rotate the credentials. Say for example, you forgot the password and you resetted it. Okay, the other person will
So
not
if
be
you're
updated.
login, then it will be
Yeah,
right.
so
Mm-hmm.
it is difficult to rotate the credentials also.
This is
Okay.
few bullet points that you need to remember on IAM root account.
Okay.
And
This is your own document, Mahesh?
no, this is from Amazon official training. This is what this one
Okay.
I am preparing my own with my own experience. I am preparing the slides. Once if I am
Oh, okay,
prepared,
okay.
I'll upload it online. Okay.
Okay, sure.
And now uh, here in IAM, what I can do is three things mainly. I can create a user account. I can create groups. I can give them permissions. These are the three main tasks that I can do. Apart from these
Mhm.
three main tasks, I can um, create the password policy.
So, okay. Can you tell me what are the three things, Mahesh?
Okay,
Users and their access.
you can create a user account.
Uh-huh.
You can create groups because I have 100 users. Okay,
Yeah, groups and okay.
and policy on for implementing policies.
On
Okay,
the groups.
on the groups as well as individual users.
So
There
what is the
will
group policy means the restrictions you're saying?
be restrictions to the users
Okay.
and password policy definition. what is the password that I require? This password strength.
Okay.
And okay, now your IAM users will not log in into aws.amazon.com because that is the where your root account should log in. Means if you see, it will ask you for a email ID and password, but you will be given a separate URL, okay, to log in to your users to log in into your account. Say for example,
Okay. So root user will create the IAM user account, right?
yes,
So I have a one small doubt, Mahesh.
yes,
So if you are a root user, you are creating me as a IAM user.
okay.
So I'm a IAM. I should be a normal IAM user, or I should be a root IAM user,
You should be an
so that I
administrator.
can create.
You should be the
Okay,
administrator who have full access
to
to
the
create
IAM module.
to everything,
Okay. Oh,
and
to
you will
everything.
create the sub accounts in that.
Yeah, I can create groups and other individual users and other groups and all.
Yes,
Okay. So I
and
have a all permission to I have a permission to all the modules and everything.
yes, except billing.
Okay.
You'll be not having access to the billing information because that is a financial
Okay.
confidential information.
So IAM also it's a main we can consider IAM also. IAM user is also a root user. We can consider except billing.
Yes, I am administrator.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
show you.
Oh, it's called IAM administrator. Okay.
Okay. And now,
Okay, Magesh.
and it will be
Continue.
username and password, and they will sign in into the portal. Okay.
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 And they'll give the separate URL for the IAM user.
Yes. And now, what
Okay.
are the different ways that I can communicate with my AWS account? Okay. You can communicate in three different ways. That is Amazon CLI, that is Amazon command line interface, Amazon APIs, and the portal. Okay. Now the portal we will log in with username and password. But coming to the command line access, you'll be having this access key and security access key.
Okay. So in command line, I should have the access key and the security
Yeah.
access,
And it will be one
secret
time,
access.
yeah, one time process key. Means one time if you enter, it will be authenticated with your account. So
So okay, so how should I go to the command line? Because URL I can go to directly URL, I can type the URL, I can log in.
AWS CLI tool is separate. Command line tool is
Okay,
separate.
so
In DOS prompt you will not get. It is a separate CLI
I
tool
have to
is
install
available.
that AWS.
Yes.
Okay,
And this information is a very crucial information because with the simple this I can't remember anyway. I should transfer this user information through a mail. So make sure that you are sending this access key in one media and security key in one media. Say for example, if you are sending the access key in email, this through a message to a different media so that there are we don't have any, we can't take a chance of compromisation
Pre- precaution.
precaution.
Right.
And
Okay, and
because it's very difficult to understand that account is compromised if you are using this scenario.
okay,
So that he can on the command line he can do whatever they want if they have these things. Okay, and
okay,
this is how your things will be. We will see directly, and the policies are
okay,
written in the form of a JSON script. Okay, and these can be implemented on a user or a group or IAM roles. And this is how your policy looks. Okay, I'll explain you the policy directly there itself. Okay, means because you don't need to know huge scripting about that, but a basic idea is more than enough for us. We can manage the things.
uh-huh.
And
So we are creating, is that this is showing that we are creating the policy for each group and users.
yes,
So what is that? This one, Magesh, SDK API, that is also separate tool, or
no,
how do you?
SDKs and APIs are software development kits, SDK nodes. Those will be used by developers, not by the administrators.
Okay.
Okay. And what are the best practices in AWS? First thing they will tell you is delete the root account access key. Okay. For root account, there will be one access key in AWS. So they will ask you to delete the root account access key. Only
Okay.
use the root account username and password. Don't use access key. Means don't use in the command line, because your CEO or
So
CTO, doesn't know what is the Amazon command line also. So you don't require the access key for your root account.
no, I don't understand why we don't for this is AWS IAM best practices. Delete AWS account access keys. Why we should delete account access keys?
Okay, see fine. For example, while discussing about the root account, okay, I told you the root account
Means every account can be accessed in two different ways. That is from a portal username and password. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the
And
command line.
command line. Now what they are asking you
Mm-hmm.
to delete that command line thing,
Okay.
because your CEO or CTO doesn't know how to use the AWS CLI. Then what is the need in keeping of it? Only means you are having one more way of entering into your account. Block that.
Mm-hmm.
So that the only
Okay.
way to log in is the portal, and the portal, if you want to log in, two people should be there. One should enter the username and password, and one should give the multi-factor authentication, so that your root account is very safe.
Okay.
Okay. And individual users, create a IAM individual users. Say for example, you have 10 employees in your company, give them 10 user accounts,
Mm-hmm.
and what you can do is you can assign them into groups so that you can implement the permissions very easily,
Correct. Okay.
and give them the least privileges. Means, say for example, you were recruited for database, so you should require access to only to the database service, not any of the other services. Okay. The same way, other person who recruited for the thing, he should have only that service access. Remaining all
So
service. Yeah.
okay, got it. So if I am the IM user, I should have right of all the service. Like service means here we call the database is a service, and another thing is testing or the developing. Everything is a service, right?
Yes.
Okay, so IAM user have a rights of all the services. So you are saying that I grant least privilege for which user depends on his service. I can provide him the permission, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
And
okay,
now,
okay, Magesh. That's got it.
and now here configure the strong password. Nowadays 6-digit
Yeah,
password is not enough. We require beyond that.
right.
Hmm. So here the password policy is very simple, so that is not a big deal. But the thing is multi-factor authentication. The multi-factor authentication means, because nowadays username and password is not sufficient to secure our things. So every time you should require a OTP. Okay. And the
Okay.
OTP can be achieved in two different ways. The first way is through a hardware device, something like your RSA token,
Mm-hmm.
something like, which will generate the random numbers every time. The second one is a virtual device, that is your mobile phone. There is an application called Google Authenticator in both Android and iOS. You can download that thing and attach your mobile device with the AWS account. So every 30 seconds it will generate a new code, and that you can attach it to your AWS account. Means
Okay. What is the abbreviation of MFA?
multi-factor authentication.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Mahesh. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I'm just I
No, no, no
just
issue, no issue.
impact you.
Yeah. And what they say is rotate the credentials regularly, means make a policy every 30 days your password expires, and um,
Oh, that
reset the
those
password.
things and all. I am user can policy we can
In the
create.
policy
Okay.
you need to create and remove
Okay.
all
So these
unnecessary.
things and all we should practice these things, Mahesh.
Yes, you should practice,
Okay. Okay.
because if you join as a IAM administrator, you will be doing all these things.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just okay. Okay.
Hmm. And remove all the unnecessary users and credentials if the user left the company. So please remove that user. What is there is no need of, means if you are keeping, also change the password and keep the user, and
Okay.
monitor all the activities on the user account. Okay.
I can monitor them, right?
Yes, you can monitor.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second.
So is there any other alert I can receive, alert mail or something like that if we are
Uh,
doing anything?
yeah, if you, I have a service called simple notification service. Okay, that will send you
Okay.
mails if anything is going beyond your thing.
So it's a separate tool or it's
No,
a
see, everything is
okay.
here only. Here is the service, simple
Okay.
notification service.
Okay, got it. Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
now we'll need to enter into the IAM, Identity and Access Management.
So as a free user now I can create all the user groups and
Yeah,
all. Is there already Amazon will allow?
yeah, it will allow, and it will not charge anything for this thing. Just give me a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Let me delete all my
Okay, yeah, sure.
previous settings so that it will look
Okay,
fresh
okay,
again.
Mahesh.
This is how your AWS account looks when you first time log in into the IAM.
Okay.
Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Mahesh, I have a one more doubt. So regarding my login.
And now I told you, right, you'll be getting a customized URL, and that customized URL you can customize here. This is the URL where your user should sign in. But if you see here, a 12-digit account number is being given to me. This I can't remember. So customize this URL.
Okay.
Hmm,
Just giving them some name to that.
normally you can give your company name. Okay. And copy. I'm opening it in a different browser. It is asking for username and password. And only my company employees will be knowing about this thing.
Okay.
Now, first step, create a user account. Add the user, say user one, and I want a management console level access, and I want a custom password, and I don't want him to change the password when he first signs in, but in the production you should enable that. Currently, I am not giving any permissions to this user. Just I am creating
Okay.
a user. We will see what happens. See, the user account got created. Okay. See, one user account is there. Let me log in into that user account. User
So
one.
that user should have the Amazon account, or you
No,
can he
no,
can log
no.
into with our,
Now
he
he
can log in with our URL.
from our URL he will log in.
Okay. So we are giving him a username and password, and once he log in, he can change his password.
Yes, he should change the password.
Yeah.
But I did not
So,
enable.
but even though, yeah, even though we have a, we can log in his account, like
Yeah, we
we
can
have a
log in.
permission to.
Yeah, as an administrator, you can do whatever you can. Means, see, in your company also, okay, whatever the username they are giving you to when you are joining, okay, they will ask
Yeah,
you.
they can do.
They can do the things. The same thing here also. So
Okay, okay.
sign in, and if you notice, the same portal I am getting. There is no difference between any other things. But only difference is here. If you see here, it is user at the rate my company name. But here it is my account name.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let us go and try to use some services. Say for example, EC2. See, what is it displaying? You are not authorized to see this description. Yes, because the user doesn't have any permissions. So the default policy of Amazon is the user is restricted to everything. See, you are not able to access. So the default policy is you are not authorized to see the information.
Okay. As a user, I can't able
As
to.
a user, you can't do anything as a default user. Now, say I'm assigning some policy to this user,
User. Okay.
permissions, add
Permission.
permissions from existing AWS policy directly,
Mhm.
and I'm giving
What is
him.
the existing agent policy? Means already you have some users you are
No,
taking policy from.
already Amazon has defined some 259 policies.
Oh, oh,
Already policies are defined. Means generalized policies are defined. If you want to customize, you can
okay.
customize the policy that I'll show you. Okay.
So
And
for all the user, each and every policy we can change also.
yeah, you can implement. See, you have a lot. I'll show you. Okay. See, now I am giving him a administrator access. Okay, I'm selecting the policy called administrator.
So you are giving administration access to the user.
User one.
Okay. What is that administration access means? He can access like you.
He can access like me, accept the billing information. Add
So
permission.
you and him are same.
Yes. The root
No,
account and that.
you already now already you are IM user only, right? You are not a root
No,
user, right?
this is my root account. I log in with my Gmail ID and password.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, this is your root account. Okay,
Apply the permissions. Okay, now this user has got all the access. If you
okay,
go and see, earlier it was restricted and now I am able to see the information. Okay, now what I told is you can delete this root account. Means you should not use this root account anymore. You see this, okay? Don't get confused in the screens. This is the root account.
Okay.
Now, okay, for some time I will not open this browser at all. We will work on the user account, the user one. Okay, as the user one was the administrator. Now, what I
Yeah.
will do is IAM,
Okay.
say he is your vice president. From next CEO to vice president. Now, what your vice president will do is add a user account, user 2, okay, management console level
So,
access.
so now you are a user one. You are adding user two, right?
Yes, custom
Okay.
password test @ 123, and next. Here only I am attaching the permissions also. Attach the permissions. And what I am
Okay.
doing is I am making this as a IAM administrator.
Okay. So giving
This
policy, we are deciding which user he is. IAM administrator or what are the
yes,
other administrators
job
are
role,
here?
job role.
Okay. So based on the job role we are creating. Okay.
AWS, IAM. Because we need to search in that policies. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll search.
Okay.
Because that shortcut you need to remember.
I
Leave it like that. We'll go. I'm not giving any permissions. Here it is very difficult to search.
So can we make any user like if you are creating a user two and giving some permissions like you are giving is a IAM user, okay?
Okay.
So you are adding user three. So the same user two policies can you apply for user three or again you have to search and apply the.
Again you need to implement policies. That is why I create groups. I can't implement policies on an individual user.
So you can create a policies on the group and you can add the user to the group.
Yes, but initial stages we need to do because these are the main accounts.
Okay. So on this group, if you want on this group, if user three to user two to six people are there.
Hmm.
So if you want to make user two as admin, you can make it.
Yes, I can
Rest
make
of
it.
them are like
I can make it.
okay.
On an individual user also I can set policy or on a group also. Okay. Now I
So even
created,
group also you can make it separate.
yes,
So if five people are in the group or one in the same group, you can give a full permission to the first guy.
miss that again I will give it to individually
Okay.
on an
But
individual
he'll
user.
be in the include. He'll be in the group as well as he'll be in individual. He got all permissions.
Yes. And now,
So just for example, I'm asking for
okay,
team. Like I'm just checking.
yeah. Let us directly go and search in the policies.
Okay.
If I have deleted that policy, then I can't.
So you can delete the policy.
Yes. No, default policies you can't
Oh.
delete, but I think I created, spelling is correct.
So you can create your own. We can create
Yeah,
our own
I can
policy
create
also.
our own policies also. I'll show you.
So can you tell me what is any example of policies how we
I'll,
can
I'll
create?
show you. I'll show you.
Okay, okay, Magesh. And Magesh, after this class, can you show me? I have one small doubt, and I mean, I created my this Amazon account. Already, I existing my Amazon account.
Okay.
So how normally we use for purchase the same account I use. So
Okay.
I don't remember I gave any credit card information and all.
Okay.
So where I can check my credit card
I'll show
information
you.
just
I'll
to
show,
show
I'll show
tell
you.
me.
I'll show you.
Okay, okay, Magesh. Sure, thank you.
Here it is. IAM
I
full
am full
access.
access. Okay.
I don't know why it is not coming in search.
Mm-mm.
Let me copy this name. Go to users, add permissions, attach existing policy, and okay. Okay. Now what I am doing is I am giving the user to only the IAM full access. Means he is a manager. Now what this guy will do is, let us open in a different browser again, because this will help you in getting your environment understanding.
So what you are doing now?
Now I am logging into my user 2 who is having only the IAM permissions, because your vice president
Okay.
cannot sit and do creating users and implementing your policies. I am using IE browser for this, and user 2 and my password. And now if you see, if he tries to access any other service, he will be restricted. Means your manager is not authorized to launch any services. He is only authorized to manage the identity and access management.
Okay. So just
Now
open IAM. So he can access only IAM.
only IAM related
IAM
things.
module.
Yes.
Sorry. It's loading. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Now
Okay.
what he will do is he will start creating the user accounts. Say for example,
He
uh,
start create a user account. So
normal
so he can
employee.
add the user.
Yeah, he is the IAM administrator, right? This user 2 is the
Oh, you created. He's the administrator.
user 2 is the IAM administrator.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. And now add some users. Say for example, demo 1, demo, I can add at a time, so I'm adding at a time.
So how you create a password and
Yeah, same password. Default password is same for all people, right? This is not a best
oh,
practice, but comparing things we can do it. But immediately they will change the password, right?
so where you set the password here?
I'll confirm. Once you select here,
Mm.
it is
So
not
you added the four users.
four
Okay.
users, custom
Uh,
password. For four users, the password is same. So when the first time they log in, they should change.
so if you select the auto generated password,
It will generate
it will
then it will generate a
four separate passwords.
yeah, separate password.
So how they receive this one? So
You
if
should
you are
send it
creating the
on.
users, how they?
Okay, wait. Create the users.
Okay.
This IE browser is prepared.
Okay. Okay. Take your time. No problem. No.
Okay. Create the users. Cancel. Previous. It is attaching some policy. Create users. See, you can send it in a mail.
Okay. So you have to
And
create, give
it will link with
here their mail ID.
it will link with your Microsoft account, and then you can send it through mail. Yes. Now, if you see,
Okay.
user one is your vice president,
I am
vice
vice
president
president. Okay.
who has access to all the services, and user two is
Okay.
your
Like he's the IAM user. He's IAM user.
no,
He's the root user.
root user, but not the billing access. So he is the
Okay.
administrator. Okay,
Okay.
and this fellow is having only access to IAM users. He can create.
He's the IAM administrator.
He is the IAM administrator, and these are normal
Okay.
employees. And now let me
Okay.
make them into some groups.
Okay.
Say I created a group
So
called
is there any restriction to this number of groups
no,
and
no,
employees?
no restriction. I
So it
created a
should be
group.
any restriction for the.
No, I created a
You
group
can
called
add a number of employees in the group.
yes.
Okay.
I created a group called EC2, and I am creating one more group called S3. I'm not attaching any policies to those people. So I created
Okay.
two groups. Let me add the users to this group. Open the group, add users. Say for example, I want demo 1 and demo 2 in the EC2 group.
Okay.
And I want how to add from the user account. I want this demo to be in uh, groups. Add it to the group called S3. Two different ways of attaching. I can attach from the this thing, or I can attach from the usernames also.
Mm-hmm.
Groups, add groups. So now what I did is I created two groups and attached them to the groups, to two users. Now I want to attach some policy to these two users at a time, demo 1 and demo 2. So I will implement it on a group. Attach the policy. Say I want to give them EC2 access, EC2 full access. Okay, the permission got attached. And go to the second group, and I want to give them S3 access. Permission got attached. Now if you want to log in, say we will try to log in into the user account called demo 1. Control Shift E, I guess. Yes, see the link.
So you select the custom password, right?
No, I went with the default password. Custom password,
Oh, you
my
select the default password.
demo demo 1. And this user should have access to only the EC2 instance. Ah,
So
I think I did not.
so
I did not uncheck that option.
yeah, that's what I'm checking because uh, so you without sending mail you can save this, right, while adding the users.
Yeah, I because see normally you need to send mail, but I need to because I
Yeah,
am
yeah,
not.
I'm just no. There is an option that without sending mail we can save this.
Yeah, without sending mail also you can say
Okay,
mail
okay,
is external option. That's it. Save passwords.
okay, okay. I didn't see that one. That's why
Okay,
because if you giving next it shows that send mail.
okay.
That's what. Okay.
And now if you see this user have only access to EC2 instance. he is able to see all the EC2 related information. But if he tries to access the S3 bucket in storage service,
Mm-hmm.
access restricted.
Okay, so based on the team and applications
And
services,
if
they
he
group
if
create the
he if
user,
he
add the
if,
group and
if
user.
he tries to see the IAM, you are not authorized to see this information. Nothing is being saved.
Okay.
You can't see. So, okay.
Oh,
And now I'm coming back to my root account.
okay.
Okay, this is my root account. And if you come and see here,
Yeah.
he is able to see all the information. Okay. And what are the
Mm-hmm.
groups? Means he can manage whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. Now, the last thing, I'll show you what is the password policy. Okay. The password policy, you can have it here, account settings. Okay. And now
Okay.
say how much, what is the password length? 10 characteristics,
Oh,
one uppercase, one lowercase, one number, one non-alphabetic, and when your password should expire every 90
so this
days
policy is for
for
all the
all the
users.
users, for all the users apart from root.
Uh,
And
so we cannot customize for the separate groups and
no,
policies.
no, no, for everything it is common. Hmm. And
Okay.
the how many last used password should not use, last 3 times used password should not use, and mostly no one prefers to go with this option because every time the password expires they will contact the administrator. That should not happen. Once if you save
Okay.
this, you are done. Means all these things will be the password policy will be updated.
So so if password expiration requires administration reset means administrator should reset every time it when it's expiring, right?
Yes, they will contact the
Okay.
administrator to reset the password.
Okay. Okay.
And how to enable multi-factor authentication. Okay, I am enabling a multi-factor authentication on user 1. Okay, go to security credentials. Okay,
Okay.
assign a multi-factor authentication
Uh,
device.
okay.
It's a virtual device. I have an app in my mobile, Google Authenticator. Let me open the tab. There is. And the first time I need to scan this QR code. Okay, I am getting some codes here. Oops. Yeah. Just give me 1 second. Previous also have the thing, so I need to do. I don't know which one is new and which one is old. Scan the QR code. And let me do it again because already I scanned, right.
So how you are scanning?
I have an application called Google Authenticator. In that it will ask you to scan the QR code.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, fine. 022774. Seven nine two four two two. Confirm. Okay. Now the multi-factor authentication on this device is activated. Now let us try to log in
Okay.
into that account. This is that account. sign out. User 1 and password. Earlier it was directly signing in, and now it is asking for the
Okay.
OTP that I got,
Multi-factor authentication. Hold on.
968.
That will he'll get
On my
by
mobile.
mail or it's a
No, on
default?
my mobile. On my mobile it will be generating.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And actually I have one more session. Okay, I need
So
to,
even
yeah, tell me.
okay, so even last question. Even if for even the free user things, they're providing SMS and all, Mahesh.
No, SMS is not there. There is an application called Google Authenticator in the Play Stores.
Okay.
You are
No,
using,
no. If you while logging in,
no,
how
SMS
you
is not
got
there.
the
SMS is not there. Only through application
okay
you'll be getting. You are using Android or iOS?
Android?
Android. Download the application called Google Authenticator and then you will understand it.
Okay. Okay.
If you are facing any problem, then I'll send you the screenshots. I need to take the screenshots if you are facing the problem.
No, no problem. No problem.
Okay,
Mahesh.
just
Let me
try.
try this.
Okay. And tomorrow we will discuss about the policies, how to create your custom policies.
Policies.
Okay.
Okay.
You practice these things,
Okay.
and I'll share you this recording. Just ping me your email ID.
Sure.
Okay. And I'll share you these recordings, yesterday's and today's recordings.
What's that, Mahesh?
I'll share you these recordings. Send me your email ID.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you, Mahesh. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes, I understand.